My name is Kate Hunt, and this is my work. I was born in Chester, Montana, actually in Havre, but moved to Chester when I was 4 months old. I think a lot about the landscape of Montana. The landscape I was raised in was very austere, but very beautiful, very complicated. It was a big sky country, and it gave me permission to work without a lot of color and a very austere type work that has a lot of complicated things going on. And I use the materials I do for the color and for the message that they send. I think of materials as communication. If I were to add something like chickens or, feathers, that would send a message that wouldn't relate to the work. I look around this gallery and I see my work here and not in.
And those are some of the images from Kate Hunt. You said it yourself, those are some great images.
We got Steve with us today.
Yeah.
Hello, Steve. How are you?
Very good. Thanks for having me on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So who is showing artwork at the Missoula Art Museum?
Well, we have these two shows that are up right now, and there's some similarities in the two shows and the two artists, and so they're going to be with us tonight for First Friday, and we have Kate Hunt, who's coming down from Kalispell. We cross our fingers with the roads today.
Right.
And Pat Zentz is coming over from Laurel, and they're both Montana artists, and they've been doing art for a long time in the state of Montana, and it's nice to be celebrating them tonight. And they'll both be talking at 7, and then we're going to have a panel discussion with them at 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, it's so nice to have the artists come down and talk about it. I think First Friday is a great venue to do it. Tell me, what are some of your favorite pieces by each of the artists? Well,
I think this floor piece right here in the center of the museum by Kate is, and it's just called Floor, and it's a pretty spectacular piece. It's interactive. People can walk on it if they like, but Kate works with material that's most of us discard or recycle. These are all made from newspaper, and they're compressed, and they're about 6 inches square. Wow. And she has these steel rods that go through them and compresses them, and they're really, really durable.
Are they heavy?
They're very heavy.
Yeah, that's really neat.
Yeah.
And how long are they going to be in there?
This show will be up through February 21st. So.
And then tell us about Pat's work.
Pat has a little bit different angle. These three pieces of Pat's, which we call trio, they each specifically have a name. They're three musical instruments. One is a flute, one is a cello, and one is a drum. And these, of course, are Pat's interpretations of those. And each of those instruments responds to the environment outside. So we actually have these anemometers on the exterior of the building, and the instruments are activated by wind velocity and wind direction. So the cello, there's 4 cello arms that are plucked, and depending on the direction, that depends on how they are plucked and which ones are plucked, and so.
That's so neat. That's really neat.
So what? How long are they going to be at the art museum?
Pat's work will be up until March, and those pieces, though, were donated to the Missoula Art Museum by John and Carol Green, and they're patrons who live in Billings, and the museum is just thrilled that we have these pieces coming into the collection, that we'll be able to show them, occasionally. And Pat is an important artist in the history of art in the state of Montana, so we're thrilled that we're also able to celebrate him. Both of these artists are really important Montana artists. They're doing contemporary work in a place that maybe is steeped in romanticism. And I think each of these people are doing work that's very real as opposed to romantic, if that makes sense.
Yep,
Right.
it totally does. Yeah, and so, okay, so what time do the talk start tonight?
Well, the reception starts at 5 and runs till 8, and then Kate's going to talk briefly at 7, and then Pat's going to talk immediately following her. And then tomorrow we're going to have, it'll be a pretty informal panel discussion. It'll start at 1, and we really hope people show up because we're going to open it up for questions at that time for people.
And also, if people want more information about the Missoula Art Museum, how can they get in contact with you?
Or call. We can call. You can call. We can call.
Yeah.
We call each other.
728-0447, and or go online. So to Missoula Art Museum. There's a
Yeah.
website there. So.
Awesome.
Well, we have
exciting.
a full show today.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, and check out some art. There's a lot of art going on. It's First Friday. Lots of stuff going on. Check it out. Panels.
Yep.
Meet the artists.
So panel tomorrow at 1, and then Kate Hunt is going to talk at 7, and the Pat will talk immediately after her, and reception starts at 5. So yeah. Missoula
come
Art
out.
Museum. What's the address of Missoula Art Museum?
335 North Patty.
Okay.
Just across from the post office, so
Yeah.
you can't miss it.
Yeah, please come out.
All right. We'll be right back with some Hellgate Roller Girls.
Yeah.